is. We've been gone for a whole week, and now we are back, you guys. I hope y'all missed us because we missed you. Let me go ahead and mute Lorde. Of course. Finally back in the studio with your girl, Mysterious Jax. I got my girl, Goddess Lorde.
Hey, what's up? I missed you guys.
Oh, I missed you too.
I felt like I hadn't seen Jax in so long. It was not a good feeling, guys.
I know. It's
not a good feeling.
It was 2 weeks since we've seen each other.
Yes.
Because there was a week where you weren't feeling well.
Right.
And then last week I canceled all the shows.
Yes.
So yeah, it's been 2 weeks since I've seen you.
2 weeks. Let's not do that again.
Let's not do that again. 2 whole weeks without you,
Yes.
and 1 week without ladies' night. So I hope you guys were able to handle yourselves without us and you were behaving. If not, Lord is gonna give you a nice spanking.
Don't play.
Hey, she said, don't play.
Come through.
But I do have to say the reason that I did cancel, if you guys follow us on social media, on Ladies Night Radio Show, and if you follow me at mysterious.jax on Instagram, on social media, we actually lost one of our colleagues here at the TGN Family Network. So as you guys know, this is a whole network. We have about 27 shows on the network, and we have over 50 radio personalities. And unfortunately, we lost one that was really close to us. That's actually been with us from the very beginning, from when we were actually in the basement. He came and was on the Good News Radio Show. He's been rocking with us. And, today's episode, I'm going to dedicate it to him. Shout out to rest in peace, Godwin, a.k.a. Gotti. LA native, an amazing, beautiful soul, was always talking about spreading great energy, spreading Black energy, and just trying to be better for his people and trying to create a path for his community and for anybody that was watching his journey. So we lost a beautiful soul, and but we're gonna keep his name alive. And Gotti, I really wanted you to be here on Earth to celebrate with us when when we're out there making it, when we're bigger than iHeartRadio. But you know what, you're gonna be watching us from the stars and celebrating with us in the skies. So miss you, brother, and I hope and that I'm glad that you're not in pain anymore. And I'm gonna keep praying for your family and for your kids, and I'm gonna miss you. I needed a week just to really process everything and cry it out. But he, at the end of the day, he was a beautiful soul. He had a great social media presence. He had something called Petty Mondays, which I'm gonna miss. And yeah, so shout out to Gotti. I love him, and I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah. And I just wanted to add that, like, if there's someone on the network who was really about living authentically and saying what was on their mind, it was definitely Gotti.
It was Gotti for sure.
He will be missed.
He had a great sense of humor. He was a funny guy, but he was real, authentic. And everybody out here in LA knew who he was. Like, you knew who he was, and if you didn't know who he was, you knew somebody that knew who he was. So he was definitely missed. But we had a beautiful vigil for him on last Friday at the beach, just to honor him and to celebrate him. So yeah. But we're back again, and we're here. We're excited. And we actually have a guest today, ladies and gentlemen, and anybody tuning in. We have a special guest. His name is DOMINIC CRUZ. What's up, DOMINIC?
Hey. What's going on?
Oh, let me put you up. Hold on.
Oh.
I got to put you up. There you go. Can you hear us now?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay.
Right.
What's going on, DOMINIC? So DOMINIC is from San Diego. He's a director of communications at San Diego Nightlife Tours, and he's also a dating coach. So we have a lot to talk with you today, DOMINIC.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys. I mean, it is apparently, today's the first day. If everybody is into the whole cuffing season, today's the first day of scouting.
Cuffing season?
No, it's drafting.
Oh, draft. Oh, okay. So this is when we're drafting. I know what you're saying. Right now we're in the draft zone right now.
For fall.
For fall, yeah, because technically it's still summer, so don't get ahead of yourselves. This is no pumpkin spice latte season yet, okay?
Thank you.
We are pumpkin spice cold foam, okay?
Wait, what?
Pumpkin spice cold foam is acceptable.
No,
because it's on a cold drink.
No. No
No.
pumpkin spice. We are still in hibiscus tea, strawberry lemonade time, iced coffee, green tea lemonade time. This is the summer still. There is no pumpkin, nothing, nada. Okay.
Guilty.
I see what you're trying to do there, Lode. It's not working. Hey, shout out to everybody who's joining us in the chat. We already got some people in here. We got Marlon. He says,
Hey.
you're listening from the shower. What up, Dom? Hey,
You're-
Dom, Marlon wanted to specifically for you to know that he's listening from the shower. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this Marlon with the cake?
This is Marlon with the yams.
Marlon with the yams, and he's saying he's in the shower. Don't do this. I'm drinking. I'm already sweating.
Marlon with the yams. He actually stole my name because I was yams on Clubhouse, but you know
Yes,
it's
I
okay. I'll
remember
share
this.
it. I'll share it. And then, of course we have El Tóxico Pan Dulces in the house. The fellas came to play. He said, "Yo, cuffing season, LOL. Who's the number one draft pick?" Oh, it's what we want to know. Do you already?
Say less, baby. We 1 and 2 in the studio.
Do you already have somebody on your list over there, Dominic? What's going on? Are you already drafting? Do you have some people on your lineup?
Actually, no, everyone's a free. Nah, I put everybody back on the free
Free
agent.
agents?
Just damn. Are they tuning in?
Oh, shit. Oh, well, if they do, they're going to
I
hear this
hope.
now. Hey, they
I
got to
hope.
work for it. Tell them this dick ain't free.
Yeah.
He's like, talk to me nice.
Talk to me
You're
nice.
a free agent.
Talk to me nice. So what's up, everybody? Welcome. We got the fellas in here representing. You came with your squad. We got Marlon, El Tóxico Pan Dulce. You know who that is, right, Dominic?
Yeah, I know who that is.
Okay, just making sure in case you didn't know. But yeah, man. So welcome. Tell the people a little bit about yourself before we get into the cheesemate. Yeah, let us know. So you're a dating coach?
All right, yeah. So I'm out here in San Diego, and pretty much I've been a dating coach, since 2018. But I've been doing the whole teaching people how to get over their breakups and how to be better themselves in the dating world, starting in 2016 after my own previous experience when I started using YouTube as a tool for me to start helping other people out. But what I've also noticed that it's also helped me out, and not only was I doing that, but I kind of stumbled upon, while I was going through that whole process, I was going out bar hopping on my own and having a great time and just meeting people, making new friends and all that. And then next thing you know, it transitioned to me being a dating coach. And then I had a social media agency, which I had to shut down prior to the pandemic. And then now here I am in San Diego, just chilling. Pretty much, I am the director of communications with San Diego Nightlife Tours, where I show you how to have a great time, whether it be the bars or the clubs. And trust me, when I say you have a great time, you have a great time and you save a lot. And
So
I mean a lot of money.
So these nightlife tours, is it like Vegas? Because I've done the ones in Vegas. I did it one time, and they take you to 6 bars within one night, and you can actually stay at not bars, clubs, and you can stay at any club at any time if you are feeling that club, but you have other options that you can go check out.
Yeah, it's pretty much like that. And I know how in Vegas they do it with they have the party bus and stuff. They have a bus they take you through. I don't know if they walk. Because everything, because in here in San Diego and downtown, everything's it's because everything is a little bit closer
than Vegas, because Vegas is all spread out.
Yeah, so we walk, and that's like a true experience of club hopping or bar hopping. So, and honestly, that's actually
in line. Like you go VIP, you get to go in front of everybody. So if there's a line outside the bar, going with you guys, they just cut the line and go straight in.
When you go with us, we actually get you an express entry. So basically, people
VIP.
with the bracelet, people with the bracelet, they go in and they don't have to wait. And then it's hardly there's hardly any time we do wait. I mean, because if we do wait, it's because it's either too packed or they're still setting up to get things rolling. Because
of course that makes sense.
Yeah. So. But yeah, it's obviously great, and you meet a lot of great people along the way, especially if you are a bachelor.
Like yourself.
Oh.
Now, are you working this event or are you working this event, Dominic?
I'm actually more professional with this.
Okay.
More professional with
But
it. But
you told me you were allowed to drink during this job.
yeah, I am, but I can't go overboard. So
okay. You can't be sloppy.
I'm very I'm very, what's the word?
Responsible.
I'm very responsible. There we go, right there.
That's the word he was gonna use.
I was like, well, what am I looking for? It is responsible. I'm very responsible when it comes to
wait, what were you first? Were you the director of communications first, or were you the dating coach first?
Dating coach first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever combine both services together? Like get a group of like single people to go like bar hopping in an experience?
I've tried something like that before, but it didn't work out. I mean, probably, I might do it again in the near future. Just, have my own little event and then be like, listen, let me get you guys. So, like, I'm already in the works with my.
Can I just tell you really quick while I have this in my head? Because ladies' night, I've been wanting to have an event for just the singles, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can actually collab and create something with Ladies' Night Radio Show, and you can either do it with SD Nightlife or do your own thing with Dominic, and we do a singles night, and we can do like a ladies' choice kind of singles night, and like, okay.
Yeah, well, that's the thing that we've actually been working with, and we're in the works with a singles night going into February. I'm actually trying to push it up to a little bit earlier than that, but we'll see. And the whole idea, the whole concept that I wanted to, do, it's just like help people identify if they're single, taken, or they're just, DTF, because there are people that have those. They just
and that's what they're looking for. Yeah, there's both parties that are usually just looking for something casual because either they came out of something or, and there's also people that are in polyamorous relationships.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
We are all here for it here at Ladies Night. So I get you. But we're gonna talk more about that, you guys. So if you're just tuning in, this is Ladies Night Radio Show. I'm your host, Mysterious Jax. This is Goddess Loaded, and our guest tonight is Mr. Dominic CRUZ, the dating coach. So we are gonna be definitely talking to him and just talking about some traditions when it comes to dating, traditions that we should keep and traditions that we should definitely get rid of. We're also going to be talking about some ways to get over your ex. I know everybody has that one person that they have a hard time getting over. So we're going to go ahead and talk to Dominic because, he wrote a whole book about this. So yeah, he has 10 ways for you to get over your ex, y'all. So we're going to go ahead. But before we get into that, why are you laughing?
I was going to say, does it work 10 ways to get over someone you didn't even date? Because that's hard too.
That is real. That is so real.
That is real.
That is so real. But let's go ahead and get into some cheese man. Dominic, you like cheese man?
Of course.
All right, let's get into some cheese man. All right, you guys. As you already know, I love to start off the show with some cheesemate. And of course, there's a bunch of cheesemate that we already all know. The whole Kanye dropping the album, having beef with Drake. But, that can be, boring because everybody already knows about that. I like to bring you some crazy shit that nobody else knows that is going on in the world. And with that being said, the first cheesemate that we have for you guys, is a newlywed. I don't know if you guys have seen this story, but this newlywed is going viral after sending a bill to the no-show wedding guests. That is right, you guys. An online debate has begun to stir after newlyweds in Chicago posted a $240 bill for a wedding guest that didn't show up to their wedding. That is right. According to the Chicago couple, Deidre and Doug Simmons say your wedding guests owe you if they don't show up to your wedding. The invoice is titled "No Call, No Show Guest," and they explain in this part. They say, because you didn't call or give us a proper notice that you wouldn't be in attendance, this amount is what you owe us for paying for your seats in advance. You guys, this is a crazy story because this all starts off, of course, on social media, on Facebook. It was a post that he actually shared on his own Facebook, and he posted it, and I'm sure his friends or family saw this. If you missed it, he says, Doug Simmons writes, "Don't be offended when I send this invoice to you. It's going to look something like this." And then it says, "I'll be sending it via email and certified mail just in case you ain't get the email. Hashtag petty post, you guys. And this
Damn.
post has gone viral, and people are debating whether or not the no-show guests should pay for their place. And according to Simmons, the guest that didn't show did so without a call or text. And the couple admits that their post is more about the lack of communication than the money itself. However, it has led to quite the debate in the comments. I gotta hear from you guys, Lore, Dominic. How do you guys feel about this?
That's just petty as fuck. Go ahead, Dominic.
That's hella. There's so many variables to that whole thing. There's so many holes you want to poke. Like, I invited you, but I didn't hear a response, so I'm gonna charge you. I mean, that's hella petty. And it kind of just shows you this, like, I don't know. It's I think people are just like, they expect too much from others, and they shouldn't have any expectations at all.
Okay, I feel you. What were you gonna say, Lore?
Nick is in the chat, and she says they gotta be a Capricorn or a Virgo.
And that's coming from a Capricorn, because she's a Capricorn.
Yes, she is a Capricorn. That's why it's really funny. Listen, it's a fucking pandemic. Shit happens. Things come up that you can't make it on their special day.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that people get hurt feelings, and the next day you're thinking about like who came and who didn't come. If underneath that is like you're really that upset because you love them and you wanted them there, then express that emotion. Don't fucking give them a bill of $200,
Yeah.
But if you're pissed because they probably weren't even that close to you and then flaked on you, well, that's on you. I feel like there's a lot of variables, like Dominic said, but I feel like it's a little tacky.
There's a reason why we have to. There's people that send invitations out and have it RSVP and send it back, whether it be by mail or if there's like an online thing that they can do. I mean, it's just as simple as that. But for that dude to get for that couple to get upset over that, I mean, that's just petty, and I think they're just looking for attention.
Oh man, but I think this is the thing with them. They also said it's not about the money; it's about the lack of communication. I think they just wanted like the self-respect of like you just saying, "Hey, I just want a phone call or like a text, like anything, just to let me know that you're not going to make it for whatever the reason is." So I think that's what it is for them.
They have also not communicated after the wedding and said, "Hey, what happened? Why didn't you show up?"
Right?
Because we don't know why they didn't show up. I don't think anybody RSVPs with the intention of not attending an event, especially a wedding, especially big parties like that we know cost money. Crazy Maria is blowing up the fucking chat.
Because you know what? Maria just had an event. She had a Sweet 16. And she's actually mad at Lore because Lore told her she was coming and she didn't come to her daughter's Sweet 16. So, Lore, you're in the hot seat.
I was gonna say if it wasn't about the money, why are you building them? That's another thing. If it's not about the money, then why are you building them? It's just like
I think it's like for people's attention. That's what.
Yeah, it was. It was like that's why I say there's so many holes to the whole thing. It's just like, okay, this person's just wanting some clout, which is gonna last 15 minutes, and then no one's going to care anymore.
Well, she also says this happened to me for my wedding. I had a lot of people RSVP food and seats and was paid for, and they were a no-show. The pandemic or no pandemic, hell no. Either don't RSVP or give me a heads up. That's what Crazy Maria says.
So let me clear my name. I want an opportunity to clear my name. One, I was at Crazy Maria's wedding, and it was a good ass fucking
It was
time.
a fun ass wedding,
Fucking props for that. I thought of texting Maria when I was not going to be able to go to her daughter's party, but I thought, bitch, she is busy. She is doing hair. She is taking care of this, taking care of that. Why am I going to text her? And she's going to be like, this heifer's not going to fucking come. Like, what the fuck? So I was like, I'm going to wait until I see her.
Yeah.
And then I'll talk to her.
And shout out to everybody who's in our comments on YouTube. We see everybody. What's up, Carol Mommy? I love Carol Mommy. I missed her last time she was here. But she had a great show on Evolve Nicolette. It's another one of our shows here on the Good News Network at TGN Latinx. Make sure you check it out. We have Happy Jenny Smile. She says, I'm here. And we have Nancy B. She is listening with them ears. Happy Jenny says, oh, el Dominicano papi swag. That's right. You are Dominican, Dominic. That's right. You want to give a shout out to anybody while we're at it?
I'm gonna give a shout out. Of course, yeah. I want to. Oh man, there's so many people I want to give a shout. So many of them I want to give a shout out to. But we start off. I'm gonna give a shout out to Nancy. Give a shout out to Jenny, Christina. I want to give a shout out to
your whole LA crew that was out here, huh?
Yeah. Give a shout out to Jaime, of course.
Of course. Papi.
Yeah.
Friend of the ladies here.
I mean, there's also Bianca. Of course, I want to give a shout out to the San Diego Nightlife Tours crew because we hold it down.
I love it.
And then of course
we do have. I'm sorry. Will you have one more person?
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, Jenny says that she says, I mean, they should have showed up if they said they were gonna go. Now, if they said they couldn't go, then they shouldn't get the invoice. And we also have Christina's in here. What's up, Christina? So everybody's here. What's good? We got somebody named Yvonne calling you King Dominic. Okay, the king. I see y'all. And he says, when you plan a wedding, whether guests show or not, you already have a seat budget. That's true. That's a good point. That's definitely a good point. And Evolve with Nicolette, of course, is in the motherfucking building. Shout out to Evolve with Nicolette. She is a friend and family here at the Good News Network. Check her out every Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. called Evolve with Nicolette. Such great shows. You guys got to check her out. And she says, when you have a wedding, you definitely keep track of those who don't come or don't give monetary gifts. Okay, the pettiness is here, and she's a Virgo, and that's what freaking Nick said. You either Cap or a Virgo. Y'all be careful with these Capricorn and Virgos because they will keep track of your ass.
But Maria is a Scorpio.
No, she's
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
She's a Sagittarius.
Wait, the end of November.
She breaking the mold.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, you guys, so that's our first cheesemate. I got to give you one more cheesemate, you guys, really quick before we get into our topic. The second cheesemate is about, this is going to be interesting. It's a whole family situation going on. This judge orders parents who deleted their son's porn collection to pay $30,000. You guys, this is crazy. Earlier this week, the decision was made by the U.S. District Judge Paul Maloney, who ordered David Working to parents to pay the hefty price of destroying his beloved collection. You guys, 8 months prior, Working won the lawsuit after claiming the collection was worth $25,000. What the heck kind of porn is this? His own porn? What's going on?
He's probably subscribing.
Probably. And said he made the discovery after moving out his parents' home that 10 months after filing for divorce from his parents. Apparently, there's a lot of toxic energy right here in this house.
How old is this kid?
I don't know. It didn't really say, but the judge Maloney also stated that Working's parents must pay an additional $14,500 for his attorney fees, you guys. So Working filed the lawsuit and sued his parents for a total of $86,000. But after confronting his parent about the situation in an email, he said, if you had a problem with my belongings, you should have stated that at the time and I would have gone elsewhere. Instead, you chose to keep quiet and behave vindictively. So in response to the email, his father said, frankly, David, I did you a big favor getting rid of all this stuff. Believe it or not, one reason for why I destroyed your porn was for your own mental and emotional health. I would have done the same if I found a kilo of crack cocaine. Damn, the dad is comparing porn to cocaine. What is going on in this family? Please tell me your thoughts on this really quick.
Damn,
Dominic.
Damn.
Dominic, how would you feel if somebody destroyed all of your porn that you have?
Well,
he's like, I don't have porn.
That's a very. This question puts me like, oh, this feels weird. But
like,
if I was in that situation, because I would get it that my parents are trying to help me out, right? But see, but the kid version of me wouldn't see it that way. I mean, I probably would see it later on. It's like, oh, they actually were trying to help me out. But the parents were. That's a whole weird situation. That whole
Yeah,
thing.
this whole family sounds like they
Pay
need to go
him.
to therapy. You said pay him.
Yes,
Ooh,
pay him.
Lola said pay him.
He paid for something that obviously he was able to get based on his age, and they destroyed it, and they need to compensate him so that he can replace his porn collection.
I feel you.
Because you know what? I'm so happy for this judgment, actually, because we need to start validating sex work. I'm happy for this.
Okay, I see your point. I'm not gonna say nothing to
Victory.
this. Victory. Victory shall be mine.
Be for victory.
All right, you guys. Well, that wraps up the cheese man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Everybody loves some cheese man for you. You know what I mean? All right, you guys, it is time to head to the next segment of the night. It is our topic. So meet me at the bar, y'all. All right, y'all, meet me at the bar because we're about to talk about this. We have DOMINIC CRUZ over here, our guest of the night, and he is a dating coach. He also is a director of communications for San Diego nightlife tours. And I know he has plenty of stories when it comes to dating, and I'm sure he's seen a lot of things, but we definitely want to get to it and talk about just dating in general. I mean, dating is a huge topic, but I definitely kind of want to narrow down into, dating traditions. What are some dating traditions that we should keep, and what are some dating traditions that we need to get rid of? Do you have any that come to mind right now, DOMINIC?
I mean, I think for myself, I think when it comes to a first date and, the man is going to go pick her up.
Okay.
Depending on the communication between if she feels comfortable going into his car or they're going to meet at a location. But let's just say in a sense to where, he's picking her up. I think it's something where he picks her up, he opens the car door for her. I think that's something that will leave a little spark with her. And I think another tradition is that, if he's the one that initiated the whole date, of course, he is the one he should be paying. I do have actually.
Can I ask you real quick? Do you think you said he should be paying?
He should be paying because he initiated it.
Is this every date? As he's supporting her, as he's trying, obviously.
Well, this is a first date. This is like just first date, first impression kind of thing.
Okay. Okay, so just like the first impression, so maybe like what, the first few dates while they're still dating?
I would say the first few dates, right? I would say the first few dates he should be paying.
Okay.
So if the other person initiates, you feel that they should be the ones to pay?
Oh man, see. I would probably say yeah to that, but for me, I wouldn't. I wouldn't let them pay.
Okay.
If it was a first date. Yes, and if she wanted to go out with me and stuff like that, I wouldn't let it. Because I think it's just for me, it's in a traditional sense that I should pay. And because we say, so there's so many people that say they'll do this, but their actions will but that's not really what they would really do. Their words wouldn't align with their actions. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. And I know that you also mentioned to pick up your date. A lot of women will probably argue with you now on this because of safety issues. Women don't want you to know where they live, and we don't want you to, first of all, we don't want you to know where you live, and we don't want you to pick us up because we want to have an extra exit strategy.
Right.
So a lot of women are going to meet you at the place, at the coffee shop, at the restaurant, at the bar, at the museum. They're going to drive themselves.
Right.
There's been a few times that I've actually allowed the date to come pick me up first. But it's also kind of comes with trust and how long you've known them, how long you guys have been just talking. And, I think it just also women, we also feel like, I don't know, like it's something about you. Like the last time I went on a date, I met them there, but before that, I let the person pick me up from my house. So it just depends on the person too.
It really does depend on the person because now with technology now, with being it so far in advance, it has gotten to the point to where we are going to start meeting at this. We'll meet at this spot rather than me picking you up. Even though it is gentlemen like to go pick her up and stuff like that to make her feel. I mean, we don't live in those times anymore. So it is now coming to the point where we just meet me there, at this time.
Okay.
And
so you think we should keep the whole of the picking up your date from your door. Now, can I ask you this? So you just got to your date, you took a nice shower, you got cleaned up, you put your cologne on, you checked your wallet, you got your phone, your keys, you're driving to your date's house. You get to your date's house. What do you do next?
I get to my date's house.
You're outside. And you've been texting her all day. You guys have been texting all day. You pull up. What do you do next?
I pull up and I let her know that I'm here.
How?
I don't go to the door and knock.
You text her? You're texting her. You're not going to the door?
I call and let her know that I'm here. I call.
Oh my God!
I call and let her. I call. Well, because okay, I call and let her know that I'm here. And you gotta look at it this way, right? If she's living at a house, I'll still call and let her know that I'm here. It really comes down to the how comfortable am I just going to this person's place as well. And not only that, if she starts coming outside, then I get out my car and open the car door for her so I can let her in and stuff like that. So there's little things that I do like that. I mean, I won't go straight to this person's door right up from the get-go, because I want to make sure that I don't want to step over boundaries that I'm unaware of. In this day and age, nobody talks about their boundaries like that. They keep it really silent, and yeah.
And I get that. I guess it's just I've had two situations, and the one that caught my attention the most was the one that walked to my door and knocked on my door and had was there. So I've had, and I wasn't opposed to the whole calling or texting hey, I'm outside. I'm like, okay, cool, be right out. I've gone on dates like that, and it wasn't a red flag. It wasn't oh, it's a big deal. But I will tell you this, Dominic, the one that stood out to me was the one that came to my door and knocked on my door.
Hey, everybody's different.
He literally shocked me, and I was like, what? I was like, he didn't even text me that he was outside. I was waiting for a text. I was waiting because I kept looking at my phone. I was doing my, eyeliner and all that last minute stuff. And I'm like, looking for my phone and nothing. And then all of a sudden I hear a knock at the door, and I'm like, oh my God. And that stood out to me. So I'm going to say that, I'm not giving him more points, but I'm just saying he stood out when he did that. So ladies, I got to ask you, if you're in the chat box, would you prefer the date to come knock on your door, or would you prefer for them to text you or call you that they're outside? Please let me know in the chat room. Lord, I gotta ask you, what would you prefer?
If he's picking me up, then I have a level of trust already, so I feel like he should come to the door.
That's a good point.
I had a good point. Coming over to hook up and texted me, I'm here, and didn't knock on the door, which I thought was really fucking strange. Bitch, you're coming to my house.
But I will kind of understand Dominic when he says that's kind of our modern dating right now. That's what we're living in right now. That's the time that we're in, where people just text everything or call and hey, I'm outside. As long as, if you're gonna do that, you better get out your car and open their car door.
Of course, it all comes down to being very communicative, right? Because I mean, we're talking in a sense to where, we've been texting all day and stuff like that, yada, yada, yada. I guess it really just comes down to the level of trust that you have in that person and how comfortable you are. So, it's just, again, there's a lot of holes.
So we do have some people in the comments, and I'm not sure if Nancy B's comment is for this, but she says, "Is this all talk?" A
lot of eyes.
Christina says, "Yes, veggies all day." Did I miss something on that one?
I thought I saw an eggplant emoji.
Eggplant above. It's true. It breaks. Okay, I don't know what's going on in those comments.
I think that was going with the cheese smell earlier.
Okay. Jenny says, come and knock on my door. She wants you to come and knock on her door. I'm telling you, gentlemen, it's going to give you extra points if you get off your car and go knock on the door. Now, it's not going to, we're not going to cut you out completely or kick you to the curb. I mean, some women might, but I'm telling you, it's going to make you stand out from the other gentlemen suitors that are trying to date them. So just FYI.
Yeah, because first date nowadays is usually something very non-threatening. It's usually like a coffee or a drink.
Right.
Meet there, right? So if it's a date where they're coming to my home for the first time to pick me up, knock on the door.
And then
that's different. See, that's different. See, if we already met before, if we already met on a coffee date, or we hung out on coffee, we had a drink already and stuff like that. Of course, we were going to have the first date. together, that's a complete different scenario.
So we got some more people in the comments. We got Nick. Shout out to Nick. She goes, look at Dom. She's impressed by your ways. And she says, ladies always bring money to cover your half. So she loves that you're always paying the first dates, but she does encourage women to bring money just in case. And then Marlon says, I'm definitely texting them. Wow, Marlon. Wow. El Tóxico Pan Dulce says, texting that I'm 2 minutes away. That's his first kind of thing, that I'm 2 minutes away, so that you want her outside. What, you want her standing outside on the sidewalk? Pan Dulce, what's going on there? What is going on there? Marlon says that my dad ain't have a cell phone. That motherfucker had to knock. Exactly. That's an old tradition. So I'm saying, should we keep that tradition or should we get rid of it? He also says, I got a minute. What do you say? I got a minute phone here? A minute phone?
I think
a motherfucking phone.
Oh, I'm so blind. I'm so sorry. I got a motherfucking phone. He says he's texting here. That he's texting here.
The old traditions, obviously, it's going to be kept alive with some people and stuff like that, and it's going to be a rare thing because it's a rare thing in society today, where it actually is a lot more appreciated than it was back in the day. Yeah. So yeah, I can see why women would want the guy to knock on the door, but again, it comes down to how comfortable are you guys with each other and, all that. So, I mean,
everybody has their own debate on this. And all the guys and the girls are going about the same way. Nick says, nah, if we're dating, I want to be courted. And Marlon's over here talking shit. He's like, Nick, you want a motherfucking mariachi serenade. Hey, that is fucking amazing. You bring me a serenade, we getting married, okay? That's what it is. Nick says, knock, knock like Monica, okay? And then she says, I do, Marlon. I do want that. And then Marlon goes, that's nuts. I need this is a good one, Nick. Nick says, I need my ring to catch your face in case I go missing. Now that, ladies, is true genius and perfect information. If you go missing, their face is going to be all over the ring camera. That's right. I'm here for that for sure. Lori, what's going on over there in the YouTube chat?
We have Nancy B wants to know, Dom, when was the last time that you did exactly what you're talking about? Again, is it all talk?
Oh, you're being called out, Mr. Dating Coach. When is the last time you said this? And we need references. We're gonna call them.
The last time this happened. So the last time that this whole thing happened, I think it was pretty much in early August, but again, I didn't go pick her up or anything like that. We met at a location, and it really wasn't that much of a date. It was more like, okay. So the last time I did but if we're talking about like the actual date, the last time I actually did something like that, I'll have to say 2018.
2018? The last date you've been on?
No, it's not the last date I've been on. It's the last time I did exactly that, what I was talking about.
Wow. What made her okay, wait, why didn't you do that for your last date? Thank you.
Well, because for my last date, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like, because I wasn't looking for something serious, and I was just like, whatever.
So you only do that for women that you are trying to court seriously, not if it's just
Well, it really depends on like what the chemistry level is like between us, right? Because like I don't just do that for every woman that I date and stuff like that. So it really comes down to like how the chemistry level is.
I feel bad for the women.
Nancy is coming in hard.
I know she is. As
she should. Your friends should check you.
No, she does. But
good. That's a good friend right there. That's a good friend. But we definitely got to keep going with other traditions. So, okay. So the paying on the first date, you think that we should keep that tradition for men to pay on the first date?
Absolutely.
The whole knocking on the door, that one should go out the door. You said we should.
I never said it should go out the door. I never said it should go out the door. I just said.
Are we keeping this tradition, or are we getting rid of it?
We keep it.
Even though you're not doing it.
Even though I'm not doing it, keep it.
This is insane. This is insane. What's another tradition? Oh, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say Carol Mommy is asking if the coach uses dating apps.
Oh, that's a good question.
How do you feel about dating apps?
How do you feel about dating apps?
Okay, with dating apps, it really is just like walking into a store and then you're just saying, okay, do I like this? Do I like this? Don't like that. It's just, you know, it has its hits and it has its miss, and it works for a lot of people. It works for, and it doesn't work for a lot of people. I think for dating, it works for um, it. More people have success with dating when it comes to being in person, and there's other people that have success with dating when it comes to meeting them on the online app.
Yeah. So I also want to say this, that Marlon says the whole back to knocking on the door. He says also, especially if she lives with parents and shit, I'm texting. I can kind of see that. I can kind of see that, because I do want to say, you guys, back in the 1950s, that it was a requirement for the gentleman to meet the parents before they went on their first date, and the parents would actually decide if they wanted if they disapproved of the date, if they would allow, not for you to date their daughter or not. And then they would be like, you know what? No. And they would politely decline and disapprove of you dating. So that can actually still happen, like at daytime. Like your mom's or your dad's like, nah, no, he I don't like how he was dressed. I don't like how he, this.
He didn't come pick you up at the door.
He didn't bring you flowers. He didn't bring me flowers. Your mom. How dare he? I can see that.
Malcriado. Maleducado.
Oh, okay. You guys,
tradition.
I was the sister that my mom would make my older sister take on all her dates. So I got to go see all these movies and everything, the park and everything, while her boyfriend was courting her. So I had to go on all her dates. Yeah.
Oh, does that tradition need to stay?
She got married at 19, y'all.
Think about it to this day as well. Not a lot of people are, there's a lot of, men and women that are actually still, they have to go back and live with their parents. And, some of them are actually just helping, or some of them are actually just going through real hardships. And, that's the thing where it's just like, nah, I don't want you to come to my door. That's another.
That's true.
That's another thing that, people got to think about, is that people do think about. Excuse me.
That's true. I'll give you that. All right. So that's a maybe. But I'm telling you, gentlemen, if you knock on her door, you're going to stand out from all the other guys that are texting her. I'm here. I'm outside. Hurry up. Bring me a water.
Everybody came with a joke.
All right.
Hey, goddamn.
Bring me a beer. You got something to drink?
Nancy's like, men be talking because they have a mouth. And then Marlon's like, Venmo me half after the first date.
Damn.
I do want to say this, like how I really do things. Like if I really am, and if I really am digging you and stuff like that, and I really, I do want to, and let's just say that I'm very comfortable, where we're very, very comfortable with each other and stuff like that. I will go pick you up. We go out, obviously I would go to the door. I really would. All right. But
we believe you. I mean, Nancy doesn't, but we do.
Now it's like, and of course we go out, have a great time, and obviously chemistry level is going to be on point and all that stuff. So, I really just like to make sure that who I'm dating is like not only having a great time, but I want them to, I want to leave them with a memory that I want to go out with this person again.
Yeah.
So that should be the thing what every guy should be doing, not just like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Carol Mommy had a great question. She said, what's your number one dating coaching tip for men?
Be abundant. Don't have any expectations. Just be abundant and
like date multiple women at the same time.
No. What I'm saying is this. Because like, here's the thing. Here's the thing where, and this is something that I've actually had to learn. And I learned this a long time ago. It's just like, guys get so hooked, right? They get so hooked on when one person swipes right and there's a match, right? There's this scarcity mindset that they go through. It's like, oh my God. They have this like false expectation when they should be living in the moment and just enjoy the moment rather than, and be abundant about it. Because if this person decides to just unmatch you, don't flip your shit and, get butthurt about it. Just move on to the next. And like, this is why I say, just like, don't have any expectations. Like, just have the expectations that it's just like fun to be on. And then if someone matches, then great, do your thing, court. If it goes the way that it's fun and it's right for both sides, then hey, it's great. And if it doesn't, just move on. Just so many guys that just has the scarcity mindset to where it's just like, yo, oh my God, she's so pretty. Oh my God. And I'm just like, then just like, just do your thing. But obviously don't have the false expectation. Don't live in that false expectation, because, we put so much expectation on ourselves that we end up being more disappointed than we should be. And yeah.
I feel that goes for both. Yeah. Both men and women. That was good. David Campos coming in with all of the fucking nugs for everybody. Men opening doors is a tradition that should be kept. And also men walking on the street side, on the side where the cars are driving, when walking with a woman is a tradition
that should be something that should be that I actually will want to say that every guy should be doing, is walk on the street side.
I agree with that. In Paris, they don't do that so much.
In Paris?
No, I had to teach my Paris boo about that.
That's so
I'm
funny.
like, oh, you offering me to the streets? What are you talking about? Like, that's what this means, fool. Walk on the other side.
That is crazy. What did Nancy say right here?
Nancy.
I love Nancy's questions.
We need to get Nancy up in this fucking YouTube. She says, can men really move on to the next? Can they take the L and walk away, or are they trashing the girl before walking away?
Okay, before you answer that, I do want to say that, like, it depends too, like, because women, we can be petty as fuck. We can be brutal, and we can be mean. So it's also how you let down the gentleman. Like, if you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, or if you give like a nice response, then hopefully you should get a nice response back. Now, if they get crazy, if they get petty, if they get a hot mess, and that's a whole different thing. Yeah. But it's also like, it's if you're coming at like, I don't want your stank ass, like, get out of my face or something like that. I don't know. If you're just mean about it, you're laughing like, you think I would date your ugly ass? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's mean too. But it's also like, if you let them down nicely and they're still assholes, then yeah, that's a whole different like eagle right there.
Yeah.
Right.
So I will let you answer that though, Dominic.
Okay, so it really depends on the guy. And I will say a lot of guys actually, and again, it really depends on like how long it's been, or how invested you probably are and stuff like that. But in most cases, it does. Some guys actually do end up getting a little salty because because
you're eagles.
It's the ego.
Yeah.
And obviously there's guys that they'll get upset, they won't talk their shit to that person, of course, but they'll just like say, you fuck this person, right? And then
sometimes I've heard men like, you ugly anyways, bitch, or I've heard some crazy shit like, you know what I mean? You're not even that cute. Like, well, then why'd you want my number? Get out of here.
See, here's the thing, right? Those kind of guys are very I would say they're very insecure because they don't know how to hold their emotions to themselves. Like a guy that can express, if he can express his emotion on his own, not anybody see it or stuff like that, and he can be calm, cool, collected later on, stuff like that. And I'm not talking like too later on. I'm talking about like, the next day, then that's a whole different scenario. That's a whole different story. So, and again, when it comes to taking an L and walk away, I mean, nobody likes to take an L, but you have no choice but to walk away. Right. I will say, I've gone through an experience to where I was supposed to meet up with someone, and logistics were planned out. And next thing you know, I showed up to the place and the person says, oh, I won't be there till an hour later. That whole thing is like, oh, hell no, nah, I'm not messing with you. And that's where, like, I don't want to say you could be petty, but that's not, you don't have to be petty. That's where you don't need to be petty.
Yeah.
But silence and walking away, or just like, it's I think that's the best move that you can do, because silence is way more powerful than just being talkative and then, being very emotional and not being stable, because at the end of the day, you show a woman, if a man shows a woman that, he's very emotional and unstable when things don't go his way, that kind of screams like multiple red flags. So, yeah.
I agree. One of my sisters, I won't say which one, didn't even meet the dude and was like, yo, you're coming on a little too strong. And he was like, well, fuck you then. I'm going to put your phone number on like social media and like, fucking do all this like crazy shit. And
I really don't be
report his ass.
Yeah, report, because that's why I don't give my number out right away. Like I'll get a social media first, like either an Instagram or a Snapchat, because you can always block them like that. You know what I mean? But your phone number, man, it's just too much. Like people be doing too much.
Marlon says, and now we're late. Definitely was a Dominican chick.
Was she Dominican?
Nah, she wasn't.
Oh, okay. He also says the last time that he knocked on a shorty's door, he got chased by a poodle. So that might explain why he doesn't want to knock on anybody's
He's got a trauma response. We understand
I
that.
feel it. We do not want to traumatize people when it comes to dating. If anything, we want to encourage positive, whatever works for you. You know what I mean? Some people are shy. Some people get anxiety coming from knocking on doors. So I get it, but I'm just telling you, it will give you bonus points. But we are running low on time. We didn't even get to go into the whole how to get over your ex. So we might have to have you come back, and we have to have a whole different show on just that, Dominic. But we're going to go ahead and jump into our next segment. And I didn't even get your song, but I'll put something nice for you. We're going to go into our next segment with Goddess Lore, and it is Ride the Vibe with Goddess Lore.
What's up, people? I missed you guys. It feels like fucking forever since I've been sitting in this seat doing Ride the Vibe with you. But baby, I'm back. And the card that came through for us today was the Warrior. So we are going to ride the Warrior vibe. And this is from the Archetype deck. And it says, the warrior is the samurai, the soldier, the advocate. We often envision the warrior as an armored figure with a sword in hand, moving blindly toward battle. Yet the deeper aspects of this archetype bring us face to face with death itself. The warrior stands precariously at the edge of life and death, trusting the eternal to guide the sword's blade. The warrior's work, this is deep. The warrior's work requires presence, alignment, and purpose. If and when the warrior loses its center, meaningless confrontations and violence is the default response. When this card appears, it's important to question the battle at hand. It is likely a great one with deep roots and long-standing tensions. The actions you take will stay with you long after the dust settles, so choose wisely, brave one. As you draw your sword, realign with the eternal wisdom within, and then surrender to the battle. This comes at such a time where I feel it's so needed because we're at a place of being completely polarized. Pick a topic. You're a Democrat, you're a Republican, you're vaccinated, you're unvaccinated. Pick your battles. Stay in your presence, stay in your energy, stay in your power so that you are not just blindly going into battle. Like Thor, like the first Thor, like that's how he was like, fuck everyone, we're gonna fight. And the dad's like, this is not worth fighting. And he's like, the fuck, they disrespected you, dad. Let me get in there. No, you gotta keep your composure. You gotta make sure that it doesn't mean because you have a sword you have to use it for battle, right?
I like that.
Your sword, you can use it in other ways. Stay in your power, stay in your body, and pick the battle. Not to say that there isn't a time to wield a sword, because there definitely is, but the most important thing is to stay true to yourself and see what the deeper aspects of whatever's in front of you is asking you to look at, asking you to reflect. So these next couple of days, I want you to ride the warrior vibe and ask yourself what type of warrior you want to be. go ahead and pick. There's a whole slew of them. You know, you can even just go with the Avengers. What Avenger do you want to be? Are you a Thor? Are you a Loki, an Iron Man? Fucking, I was gonna say Savage. There's no Savage. I don't know where they came from. Are you a Black Widow? You know, think about these things and how you want to live your life without being polarizing, but staying in your truth and in your power without having to slay somebody else.
Yeah, I like that.
This was Goddess Lore asking you, what vibe do you want to ride?
Thank you, Lode. That was beautiful. I
like the music.
You guys, you know, you can never go wrong with Drake. I cannot wait for Drake to drop his album, Certified Lover Boy. Ooh, baby. I'm more pumped than that than this whole Kanye.
Pussy Heartbeat already.
I haven't heard any Kanye songs, and I really don't care.
Bruh, I heard one yesterday, and I was like, I'm not impressed.
I'm sure, no, and I'm not trying to hate on him. I'm just not as pumped as I am about the whole Drake album. But anyways, that's a whole different topic. We'll talk about that on Friday. Before we go, you guys, if you're just still here, we're gonna go ahead and put Dominic in the hot seat, and we're gonna go ahead, yes, the hot seat with some truth or shot.
Nancy is fucking doing jumping jacks, cartwheels right now. She's so happy to get Dominic in the hot seat.
It is time for some game time, and with the game time comes some fun. So let's go ahead and get that whole started. Hey. All right, Dominic, are you ready for the hot seat, baby?
Bring it to me.
Bring it to me.
Get on YouTube so y'all could see the reaction right here. Come on, this is what YouTube Live was made for.
And I'm actually going to open this up to the public, to the chat room. I usually just keep my questions to myself. But if you have a question that you've been dying to ask Dominic, put it in the chat right now and let's put him in the hot seat. But I'm going to start us off first. With this question that I usually ask every guest. It's an easy question, at least I think it is. But if it's not, you know what it is. Truth or shot, if you don't answer the question, you got to take a shot. Show us what you're drinking right now. Show us what you're drinking. All right. Ooh, we got some Jameson, baby. All right. Okay. So the first question for Dominic is, where is the craziest place you've ever had sex? I love that he's over here laughing. You laugh it up, baby. Laugh it up. Tell us.
All right. The craziest place I've had sex was at a playground.
What?
Oh,
wait a minute.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
On the slide? On the swing? What's going on?
That was too small. I was like, this shit's whack. Let's go to the bench.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right. When is the last time you tried to slide in the DMs, and what was the pickup line?
Damn. Last time I tried to slide in the DMs. Damn. You gotta be scrolling. You gotta be scrolling right now because I haven't been sliding like that. So, shit.
Martin says in the tube slide. Not on the memorial bench,
bruh. Wow.
Oh, that was good.
I think. Oh no, mine was Hola Mami.
Wait, to that what?
Hola Mami.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did it work? Or did you
we were talking back and forth, but we didn't meet up for a date. So
okay, all right. I got another one for you. Truth or shot? Remember, you can take a shot. Have you ever sent an unsolicited dick pic?
No.
Yo, Dominic, no. I want to believe you, but you're kind of super hesitated a little bit.
No.
Oh my God.
Jenny coming in with the softball questions. Jenny's like, have you ever felt nervous on a first date?
Yeah, I actually have.
I know, softball. Jenny, come in harder, girl. I need you to come in harder.
This is the hot seat.
She said lying ass. Hella liar. Look, we got a lot of people agreeing. The hesitation.
I mean, I'm telling you.
Not mine.
There was another question from Carol Mommy. She says, sex. Do you have sex on the first date? Or have you had sex on the first
That's
date?
a good one.
Oh, not the dating coach.
Do you take women seriously that you've had sex with on the first date?
Yeah, I do. I mean,
Do you see yourself marrying somebody? Like, is that a red flag if they have sex with you on the first date? Is it somebody like it's just a hookup, or is it somebody you can actually still take serious?
No, it's actually someone I can still take serious. I mean, it's not going to be something where it's just like, yeah, I hook up with you and I leave. I don't think I can do that, like, for myself. But like, I have to see it through the end. Like, if it's like you really not trying to mess with, if you're not trying to like move on. I mean, if you're trying to like move forward or not. But if it's just that one night, then it's just that one night.
Okay.
I like that.
I like it too.
We have a question from, is that Valle Studios?
Valle Studios.
Oh, wait, we lost it. Let's go up a little bit. Have you ever called a friend to leave a date early? Have you ever done an SOS move? Oh, he's pouring.
Okay, I got another question for you, Mr. Dating Coach. Have you ever hooked up with two girls in one night and they wasn't a threesome?
Leave the bottle open.
No, I haven't. But
You haven't done that.
I got to do it for the other question.
Okay.
What about, have you had sex with two different women on the same weekend?
No.
Lies. Look at that smirk.
He poured another one. Keep the questions coming, guys. Keep the questions coming.
What? Have you ever given a fake name when you've gone out in these streets?
You know, honestly, I have one time, and I was like, "Yo, I don't like this shit. I don't like giving a false name because it's like, I don't know. I didn't feel comfortable with it.
I used to do that in Vegas when I was younger.
Yeah, I did it in Vegas. It's like, man, I gotta live a whole damn lie. I don't want to live a whole damn lie.
We have another question. It was from, I lost it. Christina. How many people from Clubhouse have you shot your shot at?
That's a good one.
Okay. I'll say 3.
Oh, 3. And how many landed?
Oh, none.
I was gonna say, and what are their names?
No, we're not gonna do that.
Shots for each name you don't say.
Oh my god, this is hilarious.
That was a good question.
Carol says, if you don't knock on the front door, do you go through the back door?
Damn.
Wow. Okay. Dominic, truth or shot? You can answer it or you can take a shot. How do you feel about eating ass? He's gonna be drunk by the next 30 seconds.
Like his ass getting eaten?
Either one. Just but he took a shot. He's not answering that.
Yeah, y'all are asking questions I don't want to answer.
It's modern dating, Dom. We need to know out here if you eating ass in these streets.
Well, I already took my shot. So next question.
We have one that says, can you scroll up a little bit?
Yes.
Something about.
Okay, what is that one? Have you ever been disappointed?
Like with a date? Can we add? Maria, what do you mean?
Of course I've been disappointed. I was disappointed last weekend.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. All right. I mean, if you guys have any other questions, feel free. We're having them in the hot seat right now. Via Studio says, would you ever be in an open relationship? That's a good one.
No, I wouldn't. No, I couldn't.
Okay. And then the disappointment was for sex.
Oh, of course.
Really? Okay. All right.
Carol Mommy's got the good question.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, and yeah, I just nah.
Hey, people out here throwing names. They said, "What happened to Rebecca?"
I don't even know who Rebecca is.
Oh, okay. Well,
I,
they said
I know I know a similar name though.
Becky
Rebe?
with the.
But let's move on to the next question.
Oh, okay. Moving on.
Becky
Moving
with
on.
the good hair.
That deep. What did they say? That deep sigh from Lore when he didn't answer the eating ass because
The disappointment.
Anal August ended yesterday, so
Yes.
Lord is a big advocate about ass play.
Yes, I am.
Oh, Garo Mommy says, "What's the deal breaker for you?"
I mean, a deal breaker for me, yo. I mean, there's a few, but I will say I'll keep it light on this one. Don't smoke cigarettes. That's a deal breaker for me. You smoke cigarettes and you trying to holler at me. Nah.
Jenny says, "Have you ever dated a married woman?"
Actually, you know what? I will answer that one. And this one's actually a little fucked up because I didn't know this person was still married because she told me she was single.
That doesn't count. You didn't know. You didn't know. I'm going to go quickly because we are running out of time. So I have a few questions that you just got to answer quickly. Have you ever had a BJ? A bad BJ?
A bad BJ? Yes.
Okay. Do you lick toes?
No.
What's your favorite position?
My favorite position? I mean, there's multiple. I can't just pick one.
Just pick one.
What?
Pick one.
Ah, my goodness. I just like carrying. I like standing up and carrying her.
Okay. Have you ever faked a nut?
No.
Have you ever been known you were the side piece?
Not that I know of.
Okay, you didn't know. Would you actually date someone that is poly, but they will make you their main partner?
Ooh, that's a hard one right there. Fuck no. Sorry.
All right, you guys. Well, that wraps it up. Thank you for that. Nancy says, "I'm ready for part 2 when Dom returns." And I think so too. I think we're going to have you come back, Dom. We'll set it up and we'll let everybody know.
I'll be there in person this time too.
You only took 3 shots. So shout out to you for keeping it up in the hot seat. Yeah.
You were being blasted with questions.
We questions.
Give you props.
I think that was
3
5
shots.
You took 5?
No, he said 1.
I took one earlier before the. Oh
no, I'm talking about the hot seat. Oh,
it was 3. It was 3.
Yeah.
It was already getting to me.
I can tell.
Jaime, there's no rest in peace Anal August till next year. Yes, Anal August the name, but it's anal all year round. You know this.
All right, you guys.
Dom's gonna drink to that.
Dom's gonna drink to that for sure, you guys. And now it's time to go into our last segment. We gotta wrap things up, but it's our last segment. It is our cheers and what's giving me life. All right, you guys, this is our cheers. What's giving me life? This is where you share something you're proud of. You give yourself some love or what's giving you life. Lourdes, start us off, girly.
I want to give a cheers and a big shout out to everyone who did Nico Fest. So Nicolette, Yo, Divine, and myself, just big props for having another event. Love, healing, beautiful event to uplift women that really filled my cup up.
I love it. Dominic, what do you want to give a cheers to or what's giving you life this week?
You know what? I want to give a cheers to San Diego. Honestly,
San Diego.
I want to give a cheers to San Diego only because, every weekend I work in downtown, it's always so lit. Except last weekend, it's always so much fun. It's always it's when you don't feel it, you're gonna feel it later on. Like you don't have the energy. You're just gonna be like, oh, now we got the energy, right? Because it's just so much fun. So I gotta give a shout out to San Diego because it really is an underrated city where, people go there for a good time and they really get a good time out of it.
I love it. I'm going to give a cheers to just all the people that are just so kind. This world is a crazy place, and anybody who does nice things, open doors for people, just buy somebody a coffee, whatever. If you're out there doing kind things, I'm going to give a cheers to you because we need more people like y'all. So, but where can people find you? Dominic, where can people find you if you want to be found?
All right, so you can find me on Instagram. My handle is Mr. Dominic CRUZ, and of course, I'm also on the TikTok world. My name is also Mr. Dominic CRUZ there as well. Pretty much people can find me there. And if you guys want me to speak at your next event, you can go to my website, www.dominiccruz.com. And if you're looking to have a nightlife, the best time of your life, hit me up, and then we can talk, or I can just show you the website where you can get your tickets. But other than that,
Yeah, definitely. I love that. What about you, Lode? Where can people find you?
They can find me at at Lotus Hustle on Instagram and at Goddess Lode on TikTok. Go ahead, Dom.
No, I thought she was asking me that question again, but my bad. I didn't hear your name.
No worries, no worries.
It's the drinks, y'all. It's the drinks with your damn questions.
Jenny says after party on Clubhouse. I feel you. And shout out to Marlon says anal April. You can bring that back.
Oh yeah, that's my birthday month, Marlon. You know I'm gonna bring that bag.
Oh my God, Hot Seat Dom after party Clubhouse, you guys. That's from Christina. And yeah, you guys, this was amazing. Thank you everybody for being here. Everybody that came in through our TGN app, our chat room, you guys lit it up, and our YouTube chat room, you guys lit it up. Please make sure to download the Good News Radio app. It is a free app, and you guys are supporting all of the amazing people that bring you a show weekly here at TGN Latinx, baby. I'm the director here, so you guys would be supporting me and the work that I do here.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys download it. It's a free app, baby. It's a free app. You can go and catch all of my old shows as well. But I also want to shout out David. He's out here. He says, I want to send positive vibes to the women of Texas. Please stay positive and stay strong. Today was a tough day, but please stay strong. Sending positive vibes. Yo, Texas is on one, man. I can't believe this. And also, thank you for that, David. Thank you, Marlon, for that. YouTube, too. Make sure you follow us on YouTube at TGN Latinx. You can see our beautiful faces as well as our guests. And like I said, you guys have this whole chat room lit. So after party on Clubhouse, make sure you guys follow them. And I'll see you guys on Friday, same time, same place. Marlon, I was going to say, Dominic, what song are we exiting out with? One of your favorite songs, you said.
One of my favorite songs. Yo, let's go with the
one you told me.
Yeah, when I told you, Mystery Lady by Masego.
I was about to say, don't change it up on me now.
I'm not gonna change it up on you.
I thought he was too.
Me too. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. Please share us with your friends and your family. Thanks for tuning in. I am your host, Mysterious Jax. This is Ladies Night Radio Show. This is my girl, Goddess Lode. Thank you, Dominic Cruz, for coming through, and everybody else for joining us. And just remember one thing, ladies. You are enough. We'll catch you on Friday, baby. Thank you, Dominic. If I say I love her, am I wrong? Am I crazy? Am I overzealous? But I know the feeling, and I'm never wrong. Swear that I've been gifted with a song, and I'm really intoxicated. If we on your bed like the alcohol, we can do like anything.